Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Franchise Hour for today. It's season 3, episode 4, and we have two interesting guests with us, which are in total different fields. The one is in broadcasting, and the other one is in training. So, and first of all, I would like to greet all my Muslim friends, Eid Mubarak, and enjoy your day and end of Ramadan. And so we have our first guest with us, and I'm welcoming here now with me Mr. John Aguilar. He is the creator, host, producer of The Final Pitch. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, RK. Nice to be here.
And later on, Jonathan is still on the road. Mr. Jonathan Petalver is our second guest. He will join us a little bit later. So we'll start with John. John, my first question to you is how did you actually come into the broadcasting business?
Before it was a passion, when I graduated from college, from Ateneo, I just really like to write. I like to produce. I like to host. And I started with a couple of jobs as a freelancer and working for a while with ABS-CBN. And after a few years, I decided to put up my business. And that was when I was 25 years old back in 2003, if I'm not mistaken. So Street Park Productions is my TV production company. And I started everything from my room. It was just, one computer. I didn't even have my own cameras yet that time. I just had one fax machine. That was my only office equipment and the computer. And, just really starting from, as a young freelancer, just wanting to do things on my own and having these big dreams. So eventually I got a couple of clients and things started to pick up from there. And eventually I got to produce our longest running show, which is Philippine Realty TV, back in 2007, which was when we started that show.
And you are still running it until today, right?
That's right. We just finished our 18th season, so we're preparing for season 19. And I think some time along 2010, we also took a stab at the franchising industry. We produced franchise TV. We involved you in that as well, RK. Unfortunately, all things do not succeed. That one really just was for one season. But we learned a lot. We learned a lot from producing franchise TV, and I think just really getting a sense of the industry was a lot of. We learned a lot from producing that season, and you were one of the people, RK, that we met that time.
Thank you. The Final Pitch. What was the idea behind actually coming up with the Final Pitch?
So our show that is airing now on CNN Philippines is The Final Pitch. And The Final Pitch is the Philippines' first business reality show. It is inspired by 3 shows, actually. It's inspired by The Voice, The Apprentice, and Shark Tank, all combined in one show. So essentially, if you are looking for an investment, if you are a startup or you have a business, and you'd like to grow it through possibly funding it through our show, then it's really a great avenue for you to be able to get investors on board. And it's a great springboard as well for a lot of these entrepreneurs and startups who come to the show with the intention not just of raising capital, but also getting their companies out there. So it is a business reality show in the sense that it is really about business. Other reality shows, they rely on the drama, the fighting, or there's a love story sometimes. But in our case, it's really all about business. And we're proud to say that for the past 6 seasons, since we produced it in 2017, we've managed to fund a good number of businesses on the show, care of our investor judges who come on board to be able to fund and support these startups and entrepreneurs.
I was also lucky. I was a guest in your show, and season 4, I did a seminar on franchising for your participants. It was actually a very interesting activity, and I was really amazed by the candidates what you have on what they're up to. So I find it an excellent concept, the whole show, and Now, you're in season 6, John, and you call it the Heroes Edition. Why the Heroes Edition?
That's right, RK. So right now we're airing the final pitch season 6, which is the Heroes edition. It is Heroes because we find ourselves now in a very complicated world. We have had to change a lot of the usual things that we do because everything has been disrupted. So we really need heroes who are out there creating new solutions for the pandemic and also for a post-pandemic world. When things start to get to a new normal, then we would need new solutions, new avenues by which to conduct business. Like what we're doing now, this is a direct pivot of the broadcasting industry, doing things on your own and also doing things online. And we find a lot of entrepreneurs out there have created new value in this new world that we have. And these are the kinds of heroes that we're looking for, heroes who will one day create the next maybe Airbnb, the next Angkas, the next new app that will help us solve our problems. You'll never know, RK, we might have a franchising app soon, or maybe a community pantry app even. There are just so many things right now that people are thinking about. And these new heroes are who we need to back because their ideas really will change the world for the future.
Excellent. That leads me to my next question. How easy or how difficult was it for you actually to make the last season, which you actually did during the pandemic? I'm correct?
Yes, we were lucky, RK. When we produced season 5, we had finished it by January of 2020. So it was two months before the first lockdown. So we had finished everything and we were just in post-production. So it was okay. We were able to show the entire season. For season 6, again, we were lucky. We shot the entire thing by first quarter. We actually finished the pitches by first week of March, just before the second lockdown. So right now, we're still airing it. We're, I believe, on the 9th of 13 episodes this weekend. So we air a new episode every Sunday at 8 p.m. And it's really been an interesting season for us because we were able to shoot live. We just had maybe 2 who pitched online or virtually, but we had very strict quarantine measures for the crew. So we were like in a production bubble. All of our crew, our staff of about 30 people, we had billeted them to Airbnb houses, so no one could go home. Same thing with the judges. Everyone was not just in quarantine, but everyone had to get their swab tests. So everyone was tested, and we had to observe very strict protocols. So for the ones who pitched also, same thing, we had everyone tested. And we just really made sure that there was social distancing during the filming because, it's no joke filming a reality show. Usually there would be a lot of contact, but we made sure this time that we keep things a little bit, I guess, less personal, but at least we still got to film everything within the auditorium where we filmed the season. But yeah, very interesting. And I hope everyone tries to catch a show because you really will learn a lot in terms of entrepreneurship.
Let's play the video, John.
Sure. So this is the opening billboard of the final pitch, season 6 Heroes edition.
My name is John Aguilar, and I'm a serial entrepreneur based in Manila, Philippines. I've gathered a formidable cast of business and industry leaders looking to fund and support President and CEO of leading Pan-Asian insurer, FWD Philippines. Vince Yaman, Managing Director of Globe Telecom's corporate venture builder, 917 Ventures. Joel Santos, President and co-founder of the School for Entrepreneurs and Innovators, Thames International Business School. And John Yanuschak, President and CEO of the FinTech Venture Studio and Venture Fund of the Union Bank of the Philippines, UBX. Our goal is to find and support the new breed of heroes taking on the challenges of a post-pandemic future. Many will try, but only a few will make it to the final pitch.
All right, excellent trailer for that. Let's repeat, John. The show is aired every Sunday
That's right, RK.
on
Every
CNN
Sunday,
Philippines.
every
At what
Sunday,
time?
8 p.m. on CNN Philippines, and we have replays every Tuesday also at 8 p.m. and also every Saturday at 11 a.m. So you can catch a new episode every Sunday at 8.
Excellent. Let's talk about something else. You're writing a book. Please tell us about the book you're writing and the background to it, and what's the title of it?
The book that I'm writing is The Art and Science of the Pitch. It's actually still confidential, but it's okay. I can broad strokes talk about it. It's a book that will help people pitch, whether it's an idea, it's a business, whether you're seeking funding, even if you're a business owner and you're pitching your company to possible partners or employees. It's really a book that will help you be able to communicate your thoughts and to be able to present your thoughts in a manner by which you will be able to successfully close that pitch or sell people in on the idea of what you're trying to pitch them to or on. So I can't reveal a lot about it yet, but it's going to be out hopefully by next year. I'm finishing the manuscript now. It's being published under one of the world's biggest publishing companies for international release, hopefully by next year. And that's something exciting that we're cooking up. And we've involved a lot of people from the startup ecosystem, both here and around the Southeast Asian region, from the US, Silicon Valley, Israel, from Europe, etc. So a lot of people collaborating as well for the things that we will be talking about in the book. So I hope by the time that it comes out that your friends, your listeners, your viewers, RK, grab a copy of that.
We will invite you back, John, when you launch it, so you can make it public in my show. You'll be my guest again when it happens. Okay. Another question before we let Jonathan in the studio. Now you're in season 6 of the final pitch and season 19 of the reality show. What do you think? How will that grow still? These two shows, or one of the two shows, or what's your future plans with your TV shows?
Future plans, RK, for Philippine Realty TV, it's going strong, but hopefully in the future at some point that we get to license it to other countries, and same with the final pitch. In fact, by next year, we're planning on producing the final pitch ASEAN. So we're bringing the final pitch across Southeast Asia. And we have had a conversation before, RK, of us seeking your help to be able to come up with the agreement for the licensing of the show. And that's something we're very excited with, because we're always used to importing ideas into our country, importing shows, but we hope that this show is something that we can proudly call Filipino, owned, produced, and exported to other countries eventually. And that's the goal of our show, is to be able to make it an original Filipino reality concept that we can in the future export to different countries, so that they can also have their version of the final pitch. And that's the long-term plan and objective. So yeah, I hope that happens sooner or later. The only stumbling for us right now is COVID. So when things clear up, the skies clear up, we should be able to do that soon, hopefully.
I hope so also, because the concept is excellent, and I feel it's applicable anywhere in the world. It's not really something which can limit us only to the Philippines. The approach is really a very global approach. So I believe you can be very successful with your shows practically anywhere in the world. Never mind language barriers or so, which can all be solved.
Right.
So I think you have quite a good future with both shows, and I think especially the final pitch will really catch on a lot of markets. Honestly, that's my 5 cents to it. All right,
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, RK.
let's welcome Jonathan to in the studio, Mr. Jonathan Petelver,
Hi,
and
hi, how are you?
hi. He is
How are
what
you,
we
John?
call the sales champ
Hi, Jonathan.
of
Hello.
the Philippines.
Hi,
And
hi, thank you, RK. Thank you for inviting me over today.
yes, it's my pleasure to have both of you here. And now we let's talk a little bit about what you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
People call you the sales champ.
Correct.
That must have a reason.
Sure, sure.
uh, when did you actually came to the idea, or what's your background that you
Mhm.
went into coaching and into training
Correct,
and into that one?
correct. RK, I started as a marketing person.
Hmm.
Correct. That's why people will always call me the sales champ. But little did they know that the core foundation of Coach Jonathan really is marketing. I don't know if you will believe in this, but I will always say that if you will market yourself well, the product and services, sales is just the end result. And I think that's
Hmm.
happening with your RK franchise, right? The sales
Right.
is just coming in because you are focusing or you are positioning your product, your service very, very well. That's why sales is there. So this has started, RK, I can believe it also, like more than 2 decades. Yeah, or yeah, 2000, year 2000, when I put up the Sales Champ Academy. So I'm coaching sales managers, in different industries, airline, pharma, real estate, financials, direct sales, even multi-level marketing companies. And yeah, I design programs for them, very custom fit for their sales team, for their sales leaders. And we coach them, we give them like, series, like 3 4 part series of the session, because we just don't like train them, we educate them and really coach them until they are transformed to become, we call them an ultra high performer, in whatever uh, field they chose.
How extensive are your courses? For how many hours do they go
Yeah.
for? How many weeks?
Okay.
Tell us a bit about that.
Correct, correct. Before COVID, usually when we visit a client, we stay there for like 2 hours. And for those 2 hours, we have like 15-minute coaching with their sales leaders or whoever is in charge, or it's their time to be coached. But now with COVID, it's 30 minutes, maximum 30 minutes. Because of the platform, it's very challenging. But good thing, since we started this like Q4 last year, pretty much we have a number of sales leaders right now, and even their people who are part of the coaching team of the academy. The academy, we are now doing what we call the Entrepreneurship program of coaching, whether you are employed or you are self-employed. And we believe that coaching is now the key if you want to become an ultra high performer, especially in this new digital economy.
I saw also a question before I go to that. Uh, when the pandemic started last year,
Yeah,
how were you able to pivot yourself?
sure.
Because I know you went before everything. You went around also to
Face to face.
companies, and
Yeah,
everything was in person, and then suddenly the world cut you out. So how
correct.
did you how,
Correct.
how
There was
did you do it to
to
go
pivot, to
on and
pivot, to transition,
pivot
right?
it? Correct.
Correct. Because remember one time, I was chatting with you. You told me, "Oh, I just get out of Dubai." Then I was there in Dubai, and then you are in Bahrain or Saudi and all. Now, how did I pivot? Honestly, the first 3 months, right, when pandemic came, February, let's say March, April, May, even us as a company, we are on a limbo because me, I'm used to, me, right? I'm used to the face to face, coaching, lecture, visit one company to another. the first 90 days is really challenging. That's why I was really privileged to be somehow to met, Dr. Paul Stoltz. Maybe some of you know him. He's the author of the AQ, or the Adversity Quotient. 5 things in the continuum. Would you cope? Would you survive? Would you avoid? Or would you manage and thrive? In fact, those 5 continuum levels of this adversity quotient, I went through that. Just imagine the first 90 days, those contracts, right? The January, February contracts that we signed, have been canceled. And those you are expecting to be paying you, let's say 2019, is put on hold because they are, considering the welfare of the people, of which we understand as well. So it was very, very challenging. But the pivot came, the shifting, I call it the shifting, came when we have to be champions. So I'm wearing the champion, the champion shirt right now. The best mindset to really have is to have a champion mindset. I will always tell the people that I've been coaching, yes, we have been knocked down, right, by this pandemic, but we are not knocked out yet. Like it's like in a boxing ring. Like when you are knocked out, we are given like 10 counts. Unless you consume all those 10 counts, then you're still there. You're knocked down, but you are knocked out yet. That's why the pivoting happens. 4 things. Okay, number one is the change of mindset, which is psychological. Preparation, guys. This is preparation. And then after that, we prepared physically, right? Because of course, an active mind needs an active body. Then after that, we master new things like the new digital platform, how we can generate leads, how we can develop our prospects, how we can do the conversion and all. So everything has been shifted, RK, into the digital economy. And of course, the end result is to be tactical and to be strategic. So these are the 4 things. It's how we pivot, change of mindset. Of course, as we change the mindset, we equip ourselves physically, and then we equip ourselves as well because we are the ones teaching and coaching. So we really have to walk an extra mile or do it twice, thrice, as how our coaches do it.
So right now you also do a very interesting program.
Mhm.
What you shared with me also, and I want to share this with our viewers, which is the online masterclass
Correct.
certification in entrepreneurship. Tell us
Correct.
something about that one.
Yeah, we launched this RK August because right, I've been teaching master programs, in one of the biggest universities, teaching professionals and all. But when pandemic came, the materials that I used there as a reference now became like what we call the video learning programs, wherein every time they enroll, they can access this for a year. So we started with this program, which we call the online masterclass certification in entrepreneurship. So anyone, are encouraged to join, whether you have a background in business, you have a background, or you don't have a background at all, you are encouraged to enroll in this program. In fact, just register at the given website, coachjonathan.net, which is shown right now. And this blue program, starting next week, this is now for free. So we would like to tap hundreds of thousands or even millions of our overseas Filipinos or even non-Filipinos who would like to venture into entrepreneurship. Rule number one is you really have to educate yourself. So we're giving this. This is a scholarship program. All you have to do is log on to coachjonathan.net, register there, and starting next week, you will be receiving this for free. And then apply this. And as we mentioned, we started this August, RK, and last year. And we're blessed to have more than 3,000 students all over 10 countries. That's why in our broadcast, we are now continental, wherein we do it in Asia, in Middle East, reaching out to Filipinos in Europe and North America as well. So good news, RK. All those who are watching this right now, whether live or replay, all you have to do is log on to the website, coachjonathan.net, and you will be a scholar of this first online masterclass certification in entrepreneurship. You can access that for a year. It comes with assessment and certification as well.
But you have also two more and master classes, right? Online master
Correct.
classes.
Correct.
What are they about?
Okay, after this, actually there are 4, RK. Number 1 is the blue one, the basic, all about entrepreneurship, right? If you want to understand entrepreneurship, you have to understand branding, you have to understand marketing, you have to understand sales. So we're giving it to you as a scholarship. And then after that is, of course, you are now managing. So we call it entrepreneurial management. So you can avail that for what, 499 or $9, right? And then after that, we have the black. So the blue one, and then you can take the green one, and you can take the black one, which is the digital entrepreneurship, which is the newest masterclass. And the last one is the red one, which is the digital selling through affiliate marketing. That is what we really are aiming for right now. So again, those things, RK, can be accessed
Correct.
in a year, right? Yeah.
So to repeat that somewhat, you're giving our viewers that one for free.
Yes,
The blue
sir.
one. The blue
Yes,
one
yes,
only.
this one. This is the
And
core
then
foundation.
they can upgrade to the other classes for
Yes.
only 499 per course
Yes, for a year. That's for a
for a
year
year.
access. In fact, you can finish it in an hour or two. But what matters now is mastery. That's why we are giving this to you. Then master it, be assessed, and be certified. But you can always go back to the courses, live video courses, assessments, and certifications for a year. The 499 pesos, RK, is for a year. That's for a year.
That's a very good price actually.
Yes,
This
yes.
is really a COVID gift, no? Because of
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, because
you would not do it if it's not for the the pandemic, I presume, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
This
yes.
is how life is today. In my case, also before I charged for my seminars, today
Mm,
they're free online.
yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's high
All right.
time that we collaborate, right, RK? Just like what
Correct.
we're doing now. It's high time that we collaborate. And since we are now in a new digital economy, we call it digital cooperativism, right? That's why I was telling you, I frequent Subic right now because we're starting the first ever delivery apps that connects the community. Meaning to say, we're giving a digital platform for local merchants, like an ordinary, bar, bakery, an ordinary, like banana queue, peanuts store. They cannot afford to be digital, but they have to. So we provided a digital platform for them for free, and anyone, they just have to download it. Just visit coachjonathan.net. If you download it, and then delivery is there, everything is there. We're giving the community, RK, because after understanding entrepreneurship, they will always ask, what's next, right? So they have to apply it, because they will never know if it works unless, as you mentioned, right, when you're coaching me before, RK, unless you venture, you don't know. But so this is what we know. Then as soon as you apply it, then that's the time learning comes in, right? I mean, we'll never know unless we venture into it. Because in this disruptive stage, don't ever believe that, if someone will tell you, do this, do that. No. Do it, execute it, and then you will know. Go back to the drawing table. You'll know if it works or not. That's why we're here as coaches. We're not here to teach you, but we're here to align. Coaches are just aligners. We just align you. This is what you're doing, but I think this is what you need to do. Or you're doing this, but it's too costly for you. Lessen it a bit. That's what a coach does. So us as business coaches, that's what we normally do. And you know what? I'm very excited about micro entrepreneurs. Okay, just imagine there are a million overseas Filipinos who their families are here. So it's now high time. Don't wait for you to go back, but it's now high time that we educate and equip together. You're there, we're here, we learn together and start something, and stay ahead in the days to come.
You mentioned, Jonathan, that you're starting a community delivery service
Yes,
in Subic, in
yes,
Olongapo.
yes.
What's the business model actually there? How can you make money if
Okay,
you don't charge from the participants?
okay. Two business models. Okay, what the owners of MicroKidlat did is, number one. Let's say I franchise one, so I franchise a barangay, right? Let's say New Cabalan. It's a barangay in Olongapo City, has 30,000 residents. Let's say has 1,000 merchants, local merchants. Vegetables, fruits, anything local, not the usual food, right? And then we get riders. So what's the business model? As an operator, okay, I get riders. 80% of the delivery fee, which is, let's say, 50 peso, goes to the rider, and 20% goes to us as operators. So let's say for 50 peso, for every pabili or padala or buy food, 80% goes to the rider.
Mm,
Rider is for free. All you have to have is, of course, a motorcycle or a four-wheel
mm,
car. Then 20 pesos goes to us. So that's the
mm.
first business model, delivery fee. The second business model is for merchants. Let's say you have chicharon, like it says RK, your favorite before or never was your favorite. No, milk tea, which was never your favorite. Let's say 100 pesos. I will ask 20%. So the price will now be 120. So I earn 20 pesos for every delivery. So instant, I'm providing you a digital marketing platform from ordering down to delivery, payment gateway, etc., etc. Everything is for free.
That sounds
Everything. Yes.
that sounds good. That sounds good. That will help a lot
Thank
of
you.
small entrepreneurs
Yes.
in the barangays to get the products out to the people, especially during the pandemic times.
Yes. Yes.
So that's really a very good thing to do. All right, to recoup that, if you want to have the free course or want to get in touch
Yes.
with Jonathan, here's his number 0918-852-5221 or
Correct.
online at coachjonathan.net. All
Correct.
right.
That's why, yeah. Thank you, RK. Thank you. That's why if you want to become an operator in any barangay, because right now the goal of the owners is what? Out of the 40,000, 10,000 barangays, we're just starting. We are about 10 or less than 10. Let me know. And yeah, feel free to be part of this new business model for every community.
That sounds very interesting. Now,
Thank you, RK.
John and Jonathan, before we end our show for today, I have to make a few announcements also from my own side. There we go. I share this with you. Today is episode 4 of season 3, and I'm very thankful that I have you two guys as my guest. And if any of my viewers is interested to get a copy of my book all about franchising, feel free to send us a notice or message us in Facebook, and we'll send you a free PDF copy. That's more than 100 pages about franchising. So before the pandemic, we sold it. Now we're just giving it away. We invite you also to read our magazine, franchising.ph. We are in the volume, this is already the 11th year. And our main topic is this time actually myself, because we are 22 years in developing franchises in the Philippines. More than 50 pages about franchising and opportunities. So please read franchising.ph. It's a free online magazine. If you have a business and you want to franchise it, please get in touch with us, RK Franchise Consultancy. Except today we are closed because of the holiday, but you can call us tomorrow, 8912-2946, 8912-2973, or Globe 0917-874-3620, and Sun 933-864-255. And we do everything what you need to be a franchisor, so from structuring the franchise, operations manuals, the franchise marketing materials, the legal asset, the legal side of franchising, so all the contracts and the side agreements, the franchise disclosure in accordance to the DTI Bureau order, franchise website, franchisor manual, and of course also in case you go international, like more than 30 of our clients, we help you there as well. And of course, you can become a member of Filipino International Franchise Association, which has a lot of advantages because we're also organizing expos in Cebu, Iloilo, Mindanao, and Palawan this year. Again, virtual, of course, and the publishing of the magazine franchising.ph. Besides, of course, we help also with trademarks and a lot of other association services. Also, if you're interested to learn about franchising, I give a free seminar, a webinar this coming Saturday, May 15 at 2 p.m. And you can call our office to get the Zoom link for that one. I'll be the speaker for this event. More around 1 hour, 1.5 hours I'll be talking about. If you want to see this video or the previous franchise hours, you can go to our YouTube channel, RK Franchise. and all our events since September last year are on the YouTube channel RK Franchise. And next Thursday, the episode 5, we are having the marketing manager of RK Franchise Consultancy, and she will be talking. She will do a seminar about how to select franchise, and then the week after we have about franchisors from Filipino franchisors from Australia, and the week after we will handle franchisors from Baguio City. All right. So I would like, at the end of the show, I would like to thank everybody to watching us on the holiday today, and I would like to particularly thank my guests, Mr. John Aguilar. Again, he's the producer and host and creator of the Final Pitch on CNN Philippines every Sunday at 8 p.m. on CNN Philippines, with replay on Tuesday at 8 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 a.m. I hope I remember that right. And Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Jonathan Petelberg, and feel free to get his free course.
Yes.
So I hope everybody learned something today again, and I would like to thank everybody for being with us today, and I'll see you next Thursday at the same hour. Bye-bye.